Coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. Back still hurts. I would say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And super chats as well. Become a member has lots of perks. Wraithx.eth domain name is down there. That is a photo. That is a 1 of 3, you see above my index finger, from Steve Cannon, professional photographer. Ask me about that later. Anywho, I guess we'll start. Commenting, like, subscribing, free will. Yeah, going over that. We'll start with OMI, obviously, as usual. Actually, let me start with Grumpy Cat, because Grumpy Cat's doing pretty well. Grumpy Cat up about 10% on the day, 10.87%, over $3 million market cap. I like to see those little teeny tiny buy orders accumulating up and up and up, which I really like. I'm gonna go over 4chan a little bit. Let's see where the 4chan's at. We might have actually flipped 4chan. We did. Down 4% on the day for 4chan, and Grumpy Cat has flipped 4chan. 4chan had over a $30 million market cap at one point, and it likely will be again, big meme tokens. But we are, obviously my bags are mostly in OMI. Now OMI is up 1% on the day. 1%. Nothing actually crazy to write home about at all. $839,000 in volume, so really not a ton. If you wanted to do some damage, I think $20,000 pumps this up. I don't know, like 12% on Bitforex, give or take, because there is a little bit of sell volume at 0.0011. We're at 0.00104, so I think at that point you get a little bit more. You have a little bit more sell volume. There's a big sell order over there. Let's see how it compares to the rest of the market today. Today is August the 30th. Okay, so Bitcoin. We have a sea of red today. Bitcoin, ETH, BNB, XRP, Lido Stake, Cardano, Dogecoin, and Solana all down over 1%. Solana being down 5.5%. Actually, the entire market, aside from Mantle, number 35, Mantle is up 2%. But outside of that, the entire market is down in the top 50. Mantle is the only one in the top 50. And we are at some point going to crack the top 100. I'm not sure when. I have a couple people saying, okay, when's the next big leg up? Like, because if you go into look at the chart and you see over the last 30 days, we're up 66%. And it's like, okay, where are we going to be? What's going to be the next 66% increase? What's going to be the next thing that pushes us forward? There's a couple things. I think David knows now that, I mean, his goal is to get 1 million users in 2 to 3 years. You know, let's say it takes 3 years to only get half of what he wants at 500,000. And I've gone over this before. Okay, well, in 2 years you have 250,000, and by next year you have 125,000. That's like 90-ish thousand more people on here. How do you do that? Well, you market the token. I mean, a lot of people on here have come here just because of OMI. They market the token, they get into OMI. Cool, what is this? Is it a meme coin? Is it a crowd coin? Oh, it has utility. What's the utility? MCP points on Veve. What the fudge is that? And you go and you look into it. And speaking of which, at some point during the stream, we should be able to get an extra look at what the MCP is tonight. Made me blush. Okay. Currently, I think it was 890 points yesterday, give or take. Yeah, about 890. So I went to 1712. So 890 for 10 million hold. I would say in the next couple hours, it should probably be down to about 800, give or take. I really hope it doesn't go too much more below that, but we shall see. One of the things that we have to talk about is how do they market the token? They could do exchanges. They could go, and would be advised, my work with Grumpy Cat and 4chan leads me to know, not just believe, but know that a lot of times exchanges can and will go and waive their exchange fees. They'll be like, hey, give us a certain amount of the token so that we could go and use it, and we won't charge you the 20,000, 100,000, however much it costs to list on that exchange. Now, sometimes you go and you get really big ones that, like, oh, give us $1 million. It's a 7-figure deal in order to get them to list it, which I don't know if Pepe had when they got on Coinbase. I don't know if any one of these had the meme coins. But with OMI, like I said, if everyone's going to trade it, and also exchanges are going to miss out on a big one if they don't, because it seems like like the Veve app wants to be, not the Veve app, the web wallet wants to be the exchange where you want to be able to go and Reese has said it is a priority of them, not their main priority, but they'll be able to go and you'll be able to buy OMI on the app. Most likely it's just going to be with credit cards. I think it's possible that you might be able to do it with gems. You know, I know we're talking about OMI to gem. Oh, well, because everyone wants to use their OMI. They want a use case for their OMI. And they say, okay, well, that's going to be one of the main things next year. Obviously, we have MCP points. We're going to have bronze tickets next quarter. And then OMI to accessory in Q1, most likely. But the OMI to gem, when does that happen? I think it happens the first half of next year. But I only think that's part of it. That's what everyone's focusing on. But why not gem to OMI? Why not have something that you go and you say, hey, I have a whole bunch of gems now, and you know OMI's down. Can I go and take my gems and buy OMI with it? Can I go and instead of cashing out and having that tax thing, can I go and just buy gems? And I mean, people go and people were paying. I think they were selling their gems for at least 50% off. In the whole black gem market. If people are going to do that, if they can't cash out for whatever reason, why not just buy OMI? And then take that and let's say you buy it at like a 10% discount or 20% discount and then burn half of it out of the 10 or 5%, however much to do, take half of it and just burn that. I think people are going to do a lot of arbitrage with that. Some people will make some money, but also at the same time, you're going to have a lot of OMI burn. If you can go back and forth and say, okay, there's a gem squeeze right now and, people are selling their OMI because, you have Dragon Ball Z on the app or you have Pokemon on the app, whatever, some big license. And then people might sell their OMI for gems. Okay, well, at that point, if OMI goes down, hey, I have a whole bunch of gems stacked. Why can't I go and I take these gems, sell for OMI? Again, I don't know if they're able to do that. That's just an idea I had. Anywho, Korea. On the app, on the languages, you have Japanese, you have Mandarin, but we haven't had Korean yet, and now we do. And they've been slowly but surely going on making sure that there's a language on their Discord, that they have the languages here. They could just push a button and they'll translate into the app, and they have. And if you don't want to start off with all of China where you have 900 million smartphones in there, and you want to go to Japan. If you don't want to go to Japan, go to Korea first. And I think if you go to Korea as a start, Korea also has big exchanges. I think Bybit is one of their biggest ones. And if you go to Korea and it's on an exchange that they trust, okay, what are they going to do? They're going to buy the token. They're going to stake the token. They're going to go to the app and sweep up everything. I've seen this before on Earth 2, where they just bought up South Korea, making South Korea the number 2 country in all of Earth 2. US is obviously number 1. South Korea is number 2. And they would go and buy up all of the important spots. Yeah, some people might have bought their childhood homes, they might have bought the, whatever, but all of the touristy spots, all the demilitarized zone, all of these places where South Korea got in, heck, I even think they bought up North Korea as well. They decided to go there and just unload a bunch of capital. They even did that in the US, which I'm pretty salty at. They paid $50,000 for the tiles that the Statue of Liberty was on. And really salty that they did that. I really want to keep that in American hands, but I guarantee you, Asia does that. And because a lot of us, even if we don't think we are ethnocentric a little bit. I'm Team America. Let's get this bread. And when people go and they see, oh hey, now Asia actually has, whether it's Korea, Japan, China, oh they have 20% of the Spider-Man now, the secret rare. That's a lot. And Spider-Man's an American hero. And you want, I love Dr. Prophet. He's a homie. But I kind of wish a lot more, 10% of supply of Walt Disney's, of the partner statues. I'm glad that he has it. I'm glad he does what he does. And he's already rich, but he's going to be so mega rich. I kind of wish that more Americans had partner statues. And we kind of, we did that. I just think some things should stay America. And again, that is just my ethnocentrism coming out. But everyone's going to do that. Like, I guarantee you, like, dude, DR versus PR, Dominican Republic versus Puerto Rico, where they're gonna be like, oh, we have more Spider-Man, we have more Miles Morales, we have that. Like, I guarantee you that happens. And be advised, guys, the contrite things that we might argue with as being like high schoolers or being a some of us that are a little more immature, it people argue like that all over the world. Like and I don't just mean at like that high school age. I mean that like you could be a political person, you could be royalty, you could be whatever. You will still have that pride in your nation. Oh, I want this. You still have those selfish desires. And even within families, like you could have, let's say a couple families on the same block and like, oh, we have the alliance. Like, anyone ever been to a bar where they have bar games? Okay, this side of the bar is the gold team and this side of the bar is the red team. Gold team rules, F you, yellow, like that's the, everyone gets really tribal. And again, I've seen it from the South Koreans before in Earth 2. It's going to happen here on Veve. And it's also going to happen with the amount of OMI that they have. How do you go and measure the power and wealth of a person? Well, unless you're advertising your bank account, you buy fancy cars, you have a big house, you go and, wear Rolexes and have Armani suits. But when you in the Veve-verse, and people could see already what you have right there, showing it off, like that's how you're going to show off in this next age, just digitally. And they're going to go crazy with that. Anywho, we have a bunch of news to go over. Where am I here? It's today. Did I miss anything from yesterday? I'm sure I did. What was the last thing that I got? Okay, Twitter. Yep. David with the X. Okay. Bill Gardner got a number 42 missed minutes. So jealous of him. Utility, private amount of people that won't buy crypto. Oh, yeah, that too. So David's been constantly tweeting X, but instead of being Elon Musk, I think it's actually going to be X-Men. He's been retweeting a lot of the stuff with Kamala Khan. Now, be advised, we are supposed to get the Marvels, Marvel Mighties, like the Marvels meaning Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, Monica Rambeau, probably Nick Fury, any one of those people that's going to be in that movie, the villain, whoever it is. But if the writer's strike does not end soon, then they are going to delay that indefinitely, the same as they did with Deadpool 3. And if they go and they do that, maybe they go and they say, hey, let's just release the Marvel Mighties now. And because Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel, they're writing it in the MCU that she's like the first X-Men, one of the first. Now, obviously, you had Professor Charles Xavier in there in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, but it seems like she's going to be the introduction for the rest of the crew about mutants and how her DNA was mutated. That's how they're doing it. I think they're going to do it as a consequence of, not the snap, a consequence of, if you saw the Eternals, one of the Eternals there is, one of the giants got like stuck in the Indian Ocean, and there was articles about it in She-Hulk, like when she was online, and I think they might have mentioned it in the Hawkeye series. But anyway, that's, I think, how they're going to explain it. When that thing happened in the Eternals, that caused everyone that had this gene in them to mutate and then, arise the mutants. Anywho, David could be tweeting at Elon Musk. He could be teasing it. He has teased that a lot, not just X, but as in literally calling out Musk by himself. He goes and he follows him on Twitter. He follows 12 accounts. Aside from David Yu's hairline, which I'm pretty sure is just a random person that he follows for, because he's funny. Elon Musk is the only singular account. He follows companies, he follows licenses, but he doesn't follow single people. Only Elon Musk. I'm very, very curious as to why. Anyway, speaking of David Yu's hairline, he was saying like, oh, hey, show the market price of A with the market cap of B, as in OMI. Here's the price of it. What would happen when SHIB at all-time high? What would be the price of OMI with SHIB's market cap at Shiba Inu's all-time high? And that would be 15 cents. That is 160x from here, which is very possible. I was going over with a buddy before, hey, if we go and we have, let's say, a fund of let's say the fund. How would you split it up? Let's say it's a massive amount of money. How would you split it up between collectibles and OMI? I was like, well, Secret Rare Spider-Man's always good. Partner Statue is always good. But I would probably do 20% collectibles, 80% OMI. I was like, do you think could anything outperform OMI? And I was like, well, in the next 2 years, in the next year, yeah, I think that's possible because I think a lot of collectibles will go more than 10x. I think OMI does a 10x in a year. I think there's some collectibles that go past that 10x, like Partners, like Secret Rare Spider-Man, like AF-15, like the Gold and Silver Veve logo. But in 2 years, when OMI does that 100x, Secret Rare Spider-Man would have to be $700,000 in order to keep pace with OMI. And I'm not saying that it won't. That's just a lot of money. And the reason why I'm not saying that it won't is because at the height of the last bear market, or the height of the last bull market, you have people buying pixelated Bored Apes for hundreds of thousands, for millions of dollars. And there's no IP there. There's nothing historical about it. It's just, it was kind of a fad. And, people still buy it. Like, they still trade. Like, you are still liquid. Their price is way down. But, if I'm a hedge fund or if I'm a ETF, if I'm trying to go and sell someone saying, hey, here's my ETF, here's why you should buy it. If I go and I say, hey, here's these things called Bored Ape Yacht Club. You don't know what they are. Let's say I pull a Marty McFly. You don't know what this is yet, but your kids are going to love it. Like, I don't think they would buy it. Like, hey, I don't know this. I don't trust it. If they don't trust it, that means they don't know it. It means they don't like it. So if you go and say, well, hey, here's the first appearance of Spider-Man on the blockchain. Spider-Man as a digital collectible. There can only ever be X amount of these. It's a finite amount. And that's just a much easier sell. And it doesn't have to be Spider. It could be Superman. It could be Batman. I'm not just like a Marvel fanboy. Well, I am. Again, you have everyone on here. You have the Trinity. You have Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, in case they're not Marvel fanboys. That's just a much easier sell, and everyone knows who they are. So I would say that when real money does come in, like let's say, for example, you have, in general, right now, if you something I sent to my friend Steve yesterday, oh my trip. So there are banks in other parts of the world, non-US banks, that a buddy of mine is pretty close with. Now, they've been building pretty big cold storage wallets for banks, and they are going to have it in a couple of different phases. But the takeaway, and I can bore you with the details, but the takeaway from that is very bullish for Bitcoin. So think about a bank and how many times, you have the big boss at the bank called you to invest in a crappy fund where it's just not worth it. How many times do you have that with people on Wall Street, people trying to sell you something? It takes a lot of effort, but with Bitcoin going mainstream in a bull market, people will be asking the bank to do that. It'll be the opposite. Banks won't have to call you to invest in their fund. You'll be calling the bank, be like, hey, can I go and get some Bitcoin? So banks sell you the Bitcoin at, 100 grand when they're buying it down here for 25. It's genius. People have it stored at the bank as well. And in any fund they'll come out with. So I think Bitcoin, at that point, you go and you take a look at how much money is going to go into that. It'll be anywhere between 100 and like 500,000 in the next bull market. There's some people that say it could go even higher, which I guess is possible, but I'll stick fairly conservative and say anywhere between 100 and 500,000. As that happens, and you have people just high on life, just high on their investments, like, okay, what else can I chuck into? Like, what do you do? Let's say if you're a gambler, because I feel like most people aren't. But what happens when you have money? You go and you spend it. When a gambler goes and gets money, and I know difference between investing and gambling, but at the end of the day, nothing is guaranteed. So you have a little bit of gambler inside you if you're an investor. And most times people are happy with their 9 to 11% each year from the S&P. So things like the S&P 500 take dumb money out of markets. They get people go a little wet, and as soon as they go and they see their dumb cousin Bob, that is a million times dumber than they are, make a 5x return on their money, when you yourself have been making 9 to 11% on the S&P, when they go and make 5x their money in 2 years from buying Bitcoin, they're like, what is going on? And they're going to go and be curious. They're going to talk to someone at the bank, and it'll be the easiest sell ever. They're going to make a whole bunch of money. And as this continues to go on, they're like, oh, if I can do this with Bitcoin, what else can I do it in? You know, that little bit of knowledge is very dangerous. And that's all going to trickle down into altcoins. And I'm sure Solana, Cardano, BNB coin, I'm sure all that gets its, you know, gets its share. But when you look at some of the biggest gainers, you know, you don't want to buy like in general, when a normal person looks at a chart, oh, you don't want to buy a coin that's, you know, like that's, you know, down or even flat. People, they love to see those green candles. Oh, green means good. Green means go. It's been ingrained into people ever since traffic lights were invented. So they see the green candles, they see the green, it's, but oh, it's up 900% this year. Let's go get it. And, you know, a lot of times they can become, you know, they become exit liquidity. Anyway, that's just a thought of mine. But that's in another part of the world. A lot of U.S. banking regulators have no absolutely diddly squat about Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm pretty have no faith in that. Anyway, moving on. I don't know who posted this picture, but it's one of the coolest pics that I think I've seen. Iron Man, X-Wing, Astro Boy, just flying. It's dope. Moving on. We have... Okay, so here's something. I was going to make my own video about this. I was telling a friend about this recently as well. I did a poll a couple weeks ago on 19 August saying... oh no, that was the... No, it was on 17 August. I got to do a poll. Dear men in the Veve fam, how many of you are single? And out of the 1,000 people that voted, 71% were taken. I don't know if I believe that, but 29% are single. And I guess part of the reason why I would believe that, okay, who is this? Is because, you know, there's not a lot of super young guys here. There's not a lot of 18 to 24-year-olds where you are young and single and you're going to go, you know, get that bread as much as you can. 30.4% of people that watch me are between 25 and 34. Now, most guys are probably still single at 25, maybe even to their 30s, but around that age, kind of like, all right, I want to settle down a little bit. And 43% of the people that watch me are between the ages of 35 and 44. Not only do you have kids, but you are making money by that time. You know, the longer time goes on, the more money you make usually. And 20% of people that watch me are between the ages of 45 and 54. Now, at that time, your kids are like brought up, they don't need anything, they're either in school or out of school by now, you don't really need to pay for much. So the key thing that I want to really take away is the single guys in 25 to 34-year-old space, the married guys in 35 to 44, and the empty nesters that are in the 45 to 54 age range. And most of these are guys because 99.1% of people that watch me are dudes. When you start making that bread, late 30s, early 40s is really when you start making that bread. So let's say we only have, like, I know we have 30,000 monthly active users, give or take. And that's been increasing as the months have gone on. But as far as core users, people that go for every drop or people that are buying something multiple times a week, I mean, look at the last, oh shoot, I didn't want to open Venmo. Look at the last, I'll get to that screenshot in a second. Let's go back to Saturday. Most people in the top 500 are actively buying. Like most people in this top 500. Let's even do the bottom 500. Let's even do the ones that don't have a ton of collectibles. They were either flat or I have to go 20 up to Tom Salad, number 481, that had sold 11 collectibles. Everyone else up until him was either flat or they bought collectibles. Going even further, and so we have another one at number 473. We have another one at 459. And in the top four, from 442 to 500, only 3 people in the top 500 had sold. Everyone else in that top 500, from 442 to 500, they were actively buying, or they were flat. And then if you go on the next line, okay, there's 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, 4 people. So there's 7 total from number 379 to 500. There's only 7 people that had sold. The rest of them either flat or they've been buying. That's bananas. It's not even close to anywhere near half and half. So again, the reason why I bring this up is because I took a look at the people that are here right now and what their age range is, whether they're single or taken, and that's just the guys. Now for the girls, granted, there's only 1% of my audience is girls or is women, but I have where is it? For the women, oh God, where is it? Okay, there it is. Out of the people, out of only 400 something women that took it, or I'm sorry, 430 votes, out of 134 women, 40% of them were single, the rest were taken. So it's a decent amount of single women as well. One of the bigger whales that I know, she doesn't have that much OMI. She has like 40 million OMI maybe. But she has one of every collectible. I think 2 of every collectible in the entire first season. She has 2 golden and platinum Mooglies. She has 2 Donnies. She has 2 of everything. And she even has 3 of everything. And, she hasn't taken a look at the app in a while, but that's where, for those of you that don't know, she is Predict. Her name is Predict. She's the biggest female whale in Earth 2. An absolute legend, and she is coming back now, and she will buy more. But I just kind of wanted to go over that, saying that a lot of the people here, from what I can gather, if we go and we take a look at how much money is being spent on the app every week, every month, most of the people that are here either have full-time jobs, or they're married to someone that has a full-time job, or they're successful in life. Most people here are successful in life. And yes, we're going to attract the masses. And yes, we're going to have people that are going to be in it for fun. And there's people here that, can maybe buy 1 collectible a month or 1 per paycheck. But if this keeps up and the average person that's collecting and investing in this, you would have, at some point, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility to say that we will have 10,000 millionaires, and that's new, not including people that have between 100,000 and 900,000 net worth becoming millionaires. That's a whole separate thing. But I think you have eventually 1,000 millionaires coming in. I'm sure I know like a dozen already that are in, but 1,000 millionaires. Okay, well, what do you have? Like, they can't get all these sets. They can't. I mean, there are certain things like, let's say Miss Minutes. Well, there's 1,600 of her. Let's say Veve. The secret rares. If they want secret rares, they can't get all of them. Even some of the grails, like there's 1,000 Spider-Man, but out of the 1,000, there's only 910 of them because Veve keeps 90. So when you have these secret rares, and even things for something as simple as Moana, even as simple as Encanto or Simba. I know Simba has 3,000 of him. But if you just have 1,000 millionaires, not, that want something like that, not even for them, let's say they have kids. I feel like a lot of dudes in power have daughters, and they want them for that. I think some of these collectibles could go and really give OMI a run for their money. OMI is going to be the one that highlights the Veve app. OMI is going to be the one that complements it, and you'll be able to go and get lower cash out fees, lower market fees, and it'll give you more MCP points. But dude, some of these collectibles, I think, are stupid. Like Luke right now, the rare Luke is 3. Oh, I won't talk too much about him because there's going to be other stuff to buy later. But you have somebody post on Facebook. They have 140 of the Knicks number 3 commons. So people are stacking some really weird stuff. Geppetto, yep, Kobe, okay. Bezoj Man might be one of those people. He might have heard one of my videos that I was doing. Now, when this says this was airdropped, when this is airdropped, it doesn't necessarily mean that Veve goes and they redeem something for you, and they choose to pick and choose who it goes through. anyone that has a unredeemed redemption code, a physical gold and silver logo card, anyone that has one of those, if it's unredeemed, let's say I have one that's, I bought from someone for, let's say, $3,000. Okay, well, the price is $4,300 now, and I know it's unredeemed. I can go and give it to someone for $5,000, and they'll do it now. So Bezos Man could have very well gone and purchased this off of someone, the code, or Veve actually airdropped it to him, which I would not blame Veve for doing. Why? Because when you're spending millions of dollars in this app, then you have to take care of your whales. One of the biggest things that I've learned in business is to take care of your whales. Those are the ones that kind of help you in the bad times. I mean, when the bad times happen, the poor stay poor, and the rich stay rich, and it's just the middle class that kind of really gets hecked. It's the middle class that kind of get destroyed. But in the bad times, again, poor kind of stay poor. Can't really help it much. But the whales are still whales. They'll keep you afloat. They'll keep your revenue. They'll keep your bottom line in the black, hopefully. So taking care of your whales is very good. And if Veve did go and they just airdropped it to this person, or this person that's a representative for whatever, I think that's fine. Which we don't know that they did, but even if they did, like I said, I think it's fine. And I don't know who this person is. I don't think anybody does. David said the legal had him reach out. He had legal reach out. I don't know if anything ever came for that, if they had a conversation. I'd be very curious to meet Bezos Man. Actually, let's Google that real quick. What is Bezos? It's play and earn crypto. Oh, okay. So Bezos.com, play and earn crypto game, Legends of Bezosia. Huh. All right, let's look up the crypto for Bezos and see if that's a thing. Maybe this is the person's. Okay, well, there's absolutely zero trading volume for them. They're 148,000 market cap. All right, maybe there's another thing for Bezos that's not this. Maybe it's Bezos Wheat. Nope, no price action at all. Zero volume over the last 24 hours. So I don't know what. Maybe it is somebody that had a crypto, did a whole bunch of things, and Bezos Earth to USD chart. Someone comment down below if they ever heard of Bezos before. That's the only thing that really comes up. Yeah, let me know. Bezos Earth. Let me know. Keep posted. Anywho, Ahsoka's really good. Oh, here's me from 10 years ago. That was a very fine picture my friend Danica took. Shout out to Zeppalin, who had purchased a rare number 43 Miles Morales. Very nice. Oh, Earth 2. So I really should make this its own video, but Shane Isaac, CEO of Earth 2, had just gone on and changed his his cover photo to that. It is somebody holding what it appears to be an Essence coin. We have been waiting for Essence for years on Earth 2, and when that eventually does get listed, probably be $1, maybe a couple dollars. In the bull market, definitely a couple dollars. And I have 40,000 of those mother flappers. It is over for some of those Veve NFTs. Those floors, I'm going to absolutely sweep them. Or I could just buy more OMI, depending on what happens, what opportunities for arbitrage there are. Or maybe go and buy land. I don't know, but I can't wait. Oh, one of my whales had gone on and purchased another 900,000 OMI today. So they're at 29 million OMI. They will get 30 by the end of the week. I have another, and I'm really trying. I'm really hoping that. I've been trying to convince this person. I've tried to get him on the podcast, but I've tried to convince him. I was like, listen, you have a good amount of money socked away, whether it's in other investments, you have a whole Bitcoin. Just take half. And so here's what I went and I told him. I was like, okay, listen, let's say you have, I gave this to him because he's an older guy in sports. He watches boxing, but considering my audience, I'll talk about Pokemon. Okay. Picture this. Picture investments as Pokemon, right? And let's say your Pokemon enters a tournament. and you don't know who's going to have the advantage. Whether water Pokemon will have the advantage, fire Pokemon will have the advantage, psychic, whatever. So instead, you just go with an all-around Pokemon that's just super strong. And in this tournament, let's say they battle a whole bunch of level 35, not Magikarps. Let's say they a whole bunch of level 35 random Pokemon, whatever they are. But the Pokemon you get to choose from, the Pokemon that you're going to bet on, is going to be at level 100, max out stats. And you could pick any Pokemon that is out there. So let's say the options, and these are your investments. The Pokemon is your investments. Let's say there's a level 100 Magikarp you could choose, level 100 Rattata, a level 100 Rhyhorn, a level 100 Venusaur, a level 100 Mewtwo, and like a level 100 Eevee. Okay, well, there are some that are going to do better than others. You know, in the bull market, all of these things will do really well. Whereas every one of these level 100 Pokemon is going to take out a couple of the level 100, level 35 wild Pokemon. Magikarp will be flat. It might not even beat anything. Rattata will beat a couple of things. Rhyhorn will beat a couple of things. Eevee will beat a couple of things. And, let's say something really good and solid that everyone knows, like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a really good investment that is pretty safe and will obviously go pretty far. Same as Venusaur. Venusaur is a really good Pokemon that everybody knows, and it's going to go really far. It'll make you money. But I feel like what I told my what he's doing is like you're betting half of your money on Venusaur and half of it on Mewtwo. Mewtwo will kick Venusaur's green shiny ass from here to the Kanto region and not break a sweat. You have the Venusaur or Bitcoin will make you money. That's great. But OMI or Mewtwo is just going to pop off like Vesuvius, like Krakatoa. And, why would you go and pick Venusaur that's going to take out maybe 100 Pokemon? Let's say it does a 5 to, 10x over the next couple of years. When you could pick Mewtwo that'll take out 1,000 Pokemon, meaning it'll do 100x. I tried to explain it to him like that, and he's like, okay, I get it now. Now, obviously, I use fighters. I use Mike Tyson and Shannon Briggs and all that. But anyway, hopefully I get him to go and sell half a Bitcoin, and we're able to go and just get him another 10 million tomorrow like that. I do know another whale friend of mine that's going to go and get another 20 million, give or take, tomorrow. But and I told the person with the funds, like, listen, anything can happen here. You could have the Fed that are going to do another rate hike. You could have the U.S. that maybe goes to war in the South China Sea with, Taiwan, China, U.S. war. You could have some election stuff happening next year. Like, you could have some really awkward short-term things. And we could have another leg down. Bitcoin can go down to 22. OMI could go down triple zeros again and stay there for a little while. So if you buy some things now in the next couple of weeks and you don't have dry powder on the side, it's whatever. But that said, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's still stupid cheap on where it's going to be next year. So that's just the advice that I have given. Moving on. Yep, we'll do the Asian thing. Scooby-Doo. Why did I... Oh, right. Anyway. There's that. MCP points. Ecosystem. UV. Okay. Also, be advised, Veve is also in year 3. I know the Akomi company, and I promise I'll stop after this. The Akomi company has been around for a while. The token's been out for a while, 4 years, but Veve's only been out for 3 of those years. Technically, it came out in like December of 2021, December of 2020. But okay, 2021 is when we'll start the year. That was a good year. Everyone got hyped. 2022. Bear market. Everyone lost a lot of money, but Veve still made a lot of money. Late 2022 to now, 2023. The competition be falling. They be falling like flies out there. And you take a look at Veve that's thriving, that's growing. What did I go over yesterday? Which I'll go over again right now. Just quickly. Nothing too great. Engineering manager, senior mobile engineer, software engineer, graphic designer, Salesforce marketing automation specialist, 3D animator, 3D modular, texture artists. That's 8 new positions that they're hiring this week. Veve ain't slowing down. So we're in year 3 right now, on the cusp of greatness. OMI just got utility. And it's a utility where what we're getting for it we can't even use right now. By the end of the year, I think we do. I haven't had one whale say that we might be a penny by the end of the year. I know Jordan Reese thinks that we can hit 008 by the end of the year. Listen, if we get to 006 by the end of the year and I'm a millionaire again, I don't know what I'll do. I'll do something crazy. But I think we get, being conservative, I think we go to 003. I think we triple from here. Obviously, it's not financial advice, but if things start to hit the way that I think they can hit, and we get the Veveverse rolled out to everyone, and we get OMI to bronze tickets where we're using that, we start burning OMI. We did 60% this last month. It's really over the last 2.5 weeks. We did that on a small utility for OMI that really doesn't do anything for us right now. It'll do stuff for us later in the next couple months. But what happens when we get real utility, when we start burning from the circulating supply, when it's going to be crazy. Anywho, I think that was, again, we're in year 2, or I'm sorry, we're in year 3. Let's let them cook. Anywho, we got some questions to go over. SoCal Omi Homie says, first, cheers. Like, share, and comment down below. Yes, cheers, mate. I will be going live tomorrow for that. What is that? I will be going live tomorrow for the drop, the Avengers #1. Guys, there's very little reason to not get that drop. Most everything should be above retail. This is a top 10 comic. I'm not going to say the common's going to be like $100, but I think it could be $50. I'm not saying that the secret rare is going to be $3,000, but I think it could be close to 1,000. I think it could be 800,000. And even if it is a 800, okay, so if it's 800, that's a 40x. That's a 40x on your investment because it's $20 per. So there's even a chance that you go and you're able to get 2 of these tomorrow. Now, obviously, you're going to roll the dice on whether you get picked for the waitlist or not. And this is something I really would like to wait for us to use our MCP points or OMI or whatever, but it's not. So, ain't gonna cry over spilled milk. If we can go and you can get that on the first drop, it doesn't matter if there are just 10,000 people or 10,001 people and one person's out. There could be 100,000 people that go for this tomorrow. I guarantee you, there's still at least 100 of these of these Avengers #1s that are left after 15 minutes. We're gonna be able to chance to smash that buy now button. Got to be super quick with it. Because people get distracted. They go and they poop, and they go and they get some, and they go and they have a meeting or a phone call, or they have a bathroom emergency, and whatever it is, they have to go and they won't get it, or they don't have enough gems, or the phone glitches, and they're gonna you're gonna see that there's gonna be at least 100, if not maybe 200 of these left by the end of 15 minutes, and you could possibly get 2. You get picked for the wait list, and you hit the rebound. I don't think people should get 2 secret rares from that, but I guess it's possible. I'm just hoping to get 1. Win anything. Turtle says billions of views per Turtle. I am on page 6 of the back pain book. I went to work today, and so it's like I was up late last night, so I get up. I have a meeting this morning before I go to work, which was annoying. And then I had a phone call that I had, and that was fun, kind of. And then, also, we got a moment of silence for, hang on one second here. Let me go to the Twitter. Can't believe I almost forgot to say this. Oh, there's something else I have to go over. Anyway, Pyromaniac or at Crispy Chill over on the Twitter, had the account made a post from the wife saying, "Hi all. We are saddened to share that our beloved Pyro has passed away this week. He loved you all and the Veve community. Condolences can be shared through Potential Human 2. We appreciate all your good vibes and prayers for our family, Mrs. Pyro." I think that dude was in Spaces like not even a week ago. I did not even know he was sick. I don't know what happened. He was one of like the main bot hunters, the one that, oh hey, guess what? Here's some bots. Here's accounts that are using bot activity, and it's like he did a lot for the community. Really sad to see him go. He was a good dude. Yeah. Super chat coming in from Zach R saying, "Get yourself some T-Bell. Got to put some OMI." Yeah. I've done really well the last couple days. Hang on. I've been doing intermittent fasting, so I'm really only eating. Today I ate between 3 and 9, so I fasted for 18 hours the last couple days. Oh my god, my back. And so I bought some groceries the other day, and I haven't spent any money since. I am pretty happy with myself. But thank you, Zach. I will get some T-Bell at some point. So yeah, Turtle, I am on page 6. I haven't had time. I just, again, work, meetings, streaming. I streamed for 3 hours yesterday. I streamed for like 5 hours the other day. I'll be streaming tomorrow morning before I head to work. And yeah, but I'm on page 6. I thought it was just going to be back pain stuff. There's a lot of other stuff that goes into it that I didn't know. Billions of user potential. Let's get to millions first. Let's get to multiple millions first, and then we'll talk about billion. I don't think Veve ever gets a billion users. You know, that's 1 out of every 8 people in the entire world. Although I do think that you could play stuff in the Veveverse. Like, you could be a Veveverse user and maybe not even and not be on Veve. You know, you could. I mean, there's going to be. Everyone knows about Fortnite. Everyone knows about Minecraft. But you know, how many people actively play it? I mean, still a whole bunch of people do, like hundreds of millions. But billions of users, I think, is outside the realm possibility. I would say even a billion. Could 100 million people have an account on Veve where maybe, you know, like a fraction of them use it? Yeah, I think that's possible, where you have 100 million accounts or 100 million people that have an account either on Veve or Veveverse, and you could have, you know, let's say, even if you do like 10% of them, 10 million people, yeah, that's fine. I think that's more than enough. But it's possible we have more. Wes says, I don't know what the thumbnail says. It's basically the welcome screen for Veve, but it's in Korean. I had a waffle emergency here. Wes says, hopefully the waffle is okay. I hate the waffles. I hate all the waffles. SoCal Homie says, 7 likes, 13 watching, 31 days left in Q3. Yes, there is. And now there's 43. So if y'all can smash that like button, let's give something to y'all real quick. Okay. Yeah, if y'all can smash that like button, it's a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon. Smashing the super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. Become a member and join Patreon, please. Ooh, all right. So David also had. I know I keep getting distracted here. David had also just retweeted Avant-Garde Interactive Tengoku, which they're the game that you're going to be able to play. And I don't know if it's going to be play to earn or play to burn, but it looks like a pretty cool game. David gone on and had retweeted them, and it's just lightning bolt. Down, I can't go all those. Down, diagonal left, plus, right. You know, all those different things. I think they're just combos for attacks, footwork, and all that. When does that come out? I have no idea. Should a photo. Hey guys, should a photo. Okay, moving on. Well, it says the community is being for an exchange for OMI. Yeah, pretty much. I'm also gonna lean back a little bit. We're gonna. Oh lordy. Okay. Good God. Okay. We're gonna be like this for a change. Yeah, the community is the exchange. Like, we are. Like, you know how after Harry Potter book 7 came out, there was kind of this thing saying, "Oh, we are book 8." Like, kind of don't need an exchange if we're gonna be the ones exchanging. The amount of people that have gone in and taken OMI from their Trust Wallet or Bitforex or what have you, and put it onto from layer 1 to layer 2 has actually been astounding. I think there's like 13 to 15 billion OMI that's on the app right now from users, and you know, Dr. Profit thinks we get 30 billion. He might be right, because this is when, again, if you want to go and have I'll learn how to do it, and they had not, the rest of the particular people had not, the videos just hadn't done their due diligence, or you couldn't get it. They're going live in, it's in a couple days, or I think it's tomorrow. Let me check for you. Yes, Akomi is doing the OMI bridging live demonstration on August 31st. So that's 31 August. And they're doing that at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you could go and do it live with them if none of the things that you've done so far have worked. On top of that, if we take a look at Jason Cologne, who says, check out the wallet ranks provided by Bravo Assassin, and you have all of the people on these lists. Oh shoot, there it is. And how much OMI they have on the app. So you could even tell, like, okay, there are two wallets, or I'm sorry, there's one wallet that has 105 million OMI on the app. I know who that is. There are 8 wallets that have over 50 million on the app. So the total holdings, actually, if you take rid of the whales, yeah, it looks like about 13. Yeah, about 13.8 billion OMI is on the app right now. So very exciting. Cool Mo says, hey, you got your print framed and hung. Yeah, there's a light, right there. But yes, I did. This is from Steve Cannon. It is a one of three over there. He signed it. These typically go between, I mean, his work in general goes between 20 and 25 grand. You can get one of those for 15. I think one of them is about to be bought, like in the next 5 days. So there will only be one left. It's going to be a buddy of mine. He's going to get the 2 of 3. And then there's going to be one left, and it's 15. You do get a discount if you pay an OMI. So you go and I think it's a hefty discount too. It's up down to like $12,000 if you pay an OMI. So it goes from 15 to 12, which just buy OMI and save yourself a couple grand if you want it. Thank you guys for 50 likes. That means the world. Toward the land says, oh, and also a portion of the proceeds does go to Best Friends Animal Society. They will eventually go all to animal conservation because they are, that's what he does, his wildlife photography. Anyway, Toward the land says, wait for Asia to onboard and then go ham on Asian exchanges. Dude, if we get an Asian exchange I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is. If we get an Asian exchange by the end of the year, we could go to a penny. The reason why I don't think we do go to a penny is I don't think we get an exchange by the end of the year. But if we do, I'm going to be... I might go live for like 6 hours when we get on an exchange, like a good one finally, to see what it does. Dino Dragon says, what exchanges do we even have in the Asian market? I mean, Bybit's, I think, the biggest one. Oh, what do we have right now? OKX, I think that's a big one. Jove Guerrier says, what up, Randy? What would you rather buy, AF-15 Common or a first appearance Superman? Oh. I mean, for a non-investment, what I would rather have, non-investment Superman. I like him. It looks beautiful. It's a really good collectible, especially for how early it is in Veve's life. Investment though, it's hard. I mean, Superman's already been $8,000. I don't think the AF-15 Common ever gets to 8,000. And Superman is bound to have a lot locked up. And Superman also has a 2.5% sell fee, whereas the AF-15 has an 8.5%. I still might say Superman for both what I would want and ROI investment. Tokens, hey everybody, what's up, Token? SoCal Omi Homie said, what's up, Token? Tortoland says, you think you will be able to swap crypto to OMI layer 2 on Veve? Yes. Oh, maybe not crypto. Also, they're gonna put. I think they're gonna put crypto cash out on the back burner for now. They'll probably do. Yeah, if you have gems, I think they're gonna save crypto cash out. You might be able to buy OMI, but I don't think you're gonna be able to have the crypto cash out, if I'm not mistaken. But swap OMI to layer, yeah. Crypto to OMI layer 2 on, yeah. I don't see why you wouldn't at some point. Joseph Shea says, King Joe here. What up? I took your advice and moved all of my OMI I bought 2 years ago on a Sendex. You put it on a Sendex or you took it off a Sendex? Thanks so much for telling us. We need. Oh yes. I'm glad you got it off. You are the man, but you know that. Aw, thanks, man. Means the world. SoCal Omi Homie says, if we got 20,000 new users in Asia, it would double our existing collector base immediately, and immediately be the dominant market. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about. Because they're going to buy up all the stuff. We're going to have to pay insanely high prices to get some of the stuff we want. Because again, not everyone... Does everyone have everything we want? No, I don't have everything I want. I want a third logo. I want Secret Rare Spider-Man. I want a bunch of this stuff. And, you know, it's not like people are just like, they have what they have and they're done. And they're just trading. Like, no, they constantly always want to get more things. You constantly want to grow the collection and get what you like and get the chase pieces. And that's just going to become infinitely harder when we have Asians on board, because they're just going to go and sweep up everything. I've seen them come into my town. I'll get the super chat. I've seen them come into my town, have like, 8 or 9 of them be in one house, and they all go to work. They all have like this, they share a couple cars, but they all go to work and they all pool their money together. Like, I wish I had brothers so we could all get like a bunch of us in one house. Anyway, super chat from Bill Gardner saying, picked up the number 42 DNA to match my missed minutes. Oh my God. I'm going to take a picture of that. I love you. Oh my God. Freaking congratulations. I feel like that guy in Super Smash Brothers when you complete like a thing. Congratulations, Sean. That is incredible. You are my fire, the one desire. Bill Gardner. Yeah, moving on. Pond 100X says, welcome, Chinese family. They are about to be here. They are about to be. Now, when do they roll that out? I'm hoping in Q4, but maybe Q1. Guys, it's very possible all of this stuff hits one after the other, and I would be super ecstatic if it did. Now, moving on. Chinese family. Energy. What's going on, Energy? House of Joyous says still can't buy. I know you did something with a ticket, and then they had your account restricted. Did you put in another ticket? And normally I don't go and I say, oh, just put in a ticket, another ticket, because they have it. But let me know the last time you had sent in a ticket and what they responded and all that. Crazy Dan 420 says, drop kick that like button. Yes, drop kick it in the face. Connor says, hello. What's up, Connor? House of Jewelry says, master collector rank with over 5,700 gems liquid, and Veve still won't let me buy in the market. Again, I would definitely go and put in another ticket, because if I remember correctly, you put in a ticket, they let you buy in the market for like a day, and then they restricted it again, saying it's our reason. And ask them for a reason. Ask them why they restricted the account. Ask them what, do they have proof that you used a bot? Sandbox says, if NFT is considered a security, what impact will it Veve have on... okay, so be advised. What the SEC and Impact Theory did was that, one, the SEC needed a win. And, well, what is a security? If you go and you promise gains, if you go and you promise ROI, and you promise that you're going to make money on it, then yes, it's a security. Veve has never done that. Veve has never gone on and said, oh, yes, buy Secret Rare Spider-Man right now, and you'll 10x your money into... Like, no, they've never gone and said that. They are very, very careful about the language that they use, saying, this is just a collectible, blah, blah, blah. They have never gone on and used the NFT as like a investing vehicle. They've never said that. So that's why some NFTs are securities if you go and you talk like that. If you're just saying, no, it's just a digital collectible, then it's not a security. 99 Cryptos, what's up, Brandy? Yo, what's up, 99 Cryptos? 99 red balloons. Wes says, Veve app super slow and glitchy. It was like that for me last week. Let's see if we can search anything. Oh, 99. Na, 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 na. It also keeps signing me out, and I keep having to go back in. I don't know why. I don't want to. Oh, it looks so good. Anyway, 99 red balloons. Okay. Market vendor. Okay. Let's go to the market. Let's go to profile. Let's take a look at the Veve gold and silver logo, and it is at $42.99. Let's go. Oh, somebody bought the Mufasa one for 4,300. I think it was 135 or 165. I hope someone bought that. Be very, very excited if they did. Okay, moving on. SoCal OMI says, Immutable X just posted, the APAC region will be a key focus for Immutable as we continue riding the incredible momentum of Web3. I'm personally still curious about OMI Immutable X. Oh, wait, what? Okay, hold on. We have some breaking news. Let's get to, we in Immutable X. Been here since May. Now we in September. Okay. Why am I seeing that they're reposting a lot of stuff from March? Am I on the right Immutable X? Okay, no, I'm on the wrong Immutable X. Hold on. No, all right. Maybe if I just go to Robbie Ferguson. Okay, that's weird. Okay, at Immutable. Okay. 337. Okay, there we go. We are setting our sights on bringing fun to the biggest region of players in the world. Can you guess where? The APAC region will be a key focus for the Immutable as we continue riding our incredible momentum of Web3 gaming. Why? The immense talent and capital in Web3 is undergoing a mass migration towards powerhouse economy hubs in Asia, the UAE, Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan, and Korea. The big signals we're paying attention to. 1. The Hong Kong government recently established a $50 million Web3 marketing fund. 2. Hong Kong officially launched its first Bitcoin and crypto trading platform. 3. The Japanese government issued a sovereign designation of Web3 gaming as a core focus area of economic development. I cannot heckin' wait. Also, Nick Cage returns as Ghost Rider in Deadpool 3. Oh, freak yeah. Oh, sorry. Immutable is delivering the best games to the world's largest and most passionate region of developers and players. We are working hard to bring all of our fun to the billions of gamers in APAC. Oh, heck yeah. Let's get this bread. What does that mean for OMI? Is it a coincidence that OMI is going and being about to be marketed to Asia as Immutable X says that? I don't think it is. If I can be, what's his name? Not Gary Muldeer, Gary Oldman as saying, like, you're a detective now. You're not allowed to believe in coincidences anymore. I will not believe in that one. I don't think it's a coincidence. Energy says, my last collectible I sold was over a year ago. You are a true collector, Shanira. Maddie V says, with Asia comes exchanges. And I agree, with Asia does come exchanges. What type of exchanges do we get? Do we get Bybit right away? Or do we start off with the smaller ones and go up from there? I'm hoping the smaller ones go up from there, but, we'll see. Energy, give me those hearts. Oh, I heart you too. Tylo says, haven't been on a Randy stream in forever. Been focused on other things in life and kind of lost my faith in OMI. Still holding my bags. Want to hear where your head's at regarding OMI. Well, Tylo, that was at 9:01. How was it right now? 9:34. I know it's been a couple minutes, 33 minutes to be exact, but if you take a look at the chart, we're up like 64% the last 30 days. So, it's pretty good. But yeah, I just got off the phone with a good friend of mine, whale friend of mine, and just talking about the future, and it's not a doubt or question of mine that we'll do 100x. We might even do more. But 100x from here being about 10 cents. I told him, like, hey, if you want to go and put in some more funds, it's really not a bad idea. I'm not going to stop you. And he's got a lot more OMI than me already. So I don't know what OMI does short term, but it's already proved that it's not necessarily attached to Bitcoin. OMI kind of does what it wants. It's like when Barf over on Spaceballs his tail's wagging and it accidentally wags, up a waitress's skirt. It's like, hey, watch. It's like, sorry, man, it's got a mind of its own. And so does Omi. Omi has a mind of its own. And Donna Marie says, Randy, it would be nice to reward the little guys, the ones that don't make six and seven or more figures per year, but spend three figures in the app each month for the past 2 years. Yeah, I mean, just collecting one is its own reward, and the MCP points you get on top of that is, and a lot of what you get is probably going to go up. So I think that's its own reward. Um, and I get it. Three figures in the each month, that winds up being four figures over the year. So I get it. Um, but yeah, like that's what you got to do, slow but steady. When I was dealing in the high end Pokemon cards, and I had some clients like, hey, what should I get out of this set? What should I get out of this? Like, one, collect what you like, and two, collect the most expensive things first. And when the rate that Pokemon cards were going, when they were going up faster than people could save money from them at their jobs each week, I was like, okay, get another job. You're working one job, you can work two. You work three. And they did. Some worked extra. I even know someone right now that works an extra shift each week just so they can buy more NFTs and they can buy more OMI. And that person will be rewarded very handsomely in the future, maybe even soon. But yeah, I think that's its own reward right now. Being able to be here when no one else is here while it's intimate. Like we were going over this in, I don't know if I could say it. All right, let's say I wanted to throw a party, and let's say, I mean, I'll just all right. Those parties that we have for the gold and silver Veve logo every year, we're overbooked for this party this year for New York Comic. We are overbooked. Now, I have to message Sanjay about something. Sorry, I'll go through this first. We're overbooked, but it's still going to be intimate. If you go to if you went to the Veve after party last year in Decon over in Anaheim, yeah, 100 something, 200 people there. We rented out a bowling alley. Karaoke, yes, it's a lot of people, but at the same time, it's intimate. It's not a whole Comic Con. Like eventually, Veve will have VeveCon, and it'll be huge. And no one, I mean, no one will be able to say hi to everybody there. It's like Comic Con now. It won't be intimate anymore. Like, I think we should be thankful for what we have right now, not what we're missing, because in the future, grass is always greener. In the future, we will blow up. Most likely, we'll have net worth significantly higher than what we are right now. But it's going to be different. It's going to be a different beast. It's not going to be all intimate. And you could still walk up to David and Dan at a Comic Con. You don't need a gold and silver logo. You could still walk up to them at a Comic Con and say hi. Now you could obviously see them outside the office and hang in, be real people, and talk to them deeper and for longer at the parties when you have these. But I don't know. It's just going to be different. So when you say like reward the little guy, listen, I get it. I was a little guy for the first 26 years of my life. I was a really little guy for the first like 10 years of my life, maybe like 14. Then I finally started working, so making some money. But um, I when I got out of the military at 26 years old, I had what I have. I had like $2,000 to my name. No OMI, no Bitcoin, no stocks, no bonds, nothing. And then I gave up the rest of my 20s, worked two businesses, a YouTube channel, and well, man, that was pretty good. Pretty good starting point. But and I'm not saying that to be like, oh, everyone should pull their pants up, pull themselves up by their bootstraps. I'm saying like, I think right now, being here is its own reward, whether you make, six figures a year, seven figures a year, or you just spend $100 in the app every month. I think that is a really good investment. I think that's really, parking your money in some place that's very safe. And also, it's hard to reward the masses. I mean, they do that in general just by having this, but it's easier to reward kind of the top tier whales as opposed to rewarding, the 28,000 people that that aren't, if that makes sense. Anyway, Pound says whales need love too. They do. They do. Mo Collection says yo yo yo. Yo, what up, Mo Collections? How's it going, fam? Zach R says, get yourself some Taco Bell. Thank you for the super chat, Zach R. You mean the world to me. Pavle Stanomerovich says, let's get it. I'm coming to Manhattan for us to shoot a Sizzler. Let's go. Getting dates now. September 18th. Oh. Said making moves on September 18th. That is, I may or may not, who is this? That is soon. And I don't know if you know this, Punch, but my back is destroyed. And I have not been to the gym in weeks. And I can walk right now, but I couldn't walk for a couple days. Wes says 2-cent OMI price prediction for next Explorer is realistic. I mean, it should get there maybe even by the end of next year. It won't just get to 2 cents. It'll go much higher. Pablo Stanomerovich says, Randy, what will it take to get to 1 cent? Bronze tickets, OMI to accessory, and in exchange. I maybe OMI to gem, but bronze tickets, being able to use the bronze tickets, MCP points, OMI to accessory, and then an exchange or two. I think we do those things, we get up to a penny pretty quickly. Wes says 1 cent is 10x from here. Yes, it is, and it's going to be very easy to get there. Well, not easy. I mean, they're going to have to keep delivering. They can't just skate, but they can do that. They've got a lot planned. Pablo says, if I sell my penthouse, I can buy a bigger one if I invested everything to OMI, in OMI. Can I put 500K cash in? Yes, you can, but be advised, Pablo, Punch, you can do that, but you're going to have to do it in like increments of like $20,000, and it'll take you a couple of days in order to spend that 500K. So you could do 100,000 a day, but you could do 20,000 here, wait a few hours, 20,000 there, wait for it, so it would take a job, and I would do it for you, constantly buying up some sell orders and all that. Yeah. Moving on. 99 random names. Collecting Fire says, I'm fasting. I only eat from one. Oh, that's a 3-hour window. That's not a big window, but respect. Pablo says, if I sell, I just read that. 99 Crypto says, I don't see a deposit OMI on the Veve wallet. It will be I'll show you. Oh, now I'm only getting like 750 points a day, which I guess is what I want. It's fine. Anyway, you go to your wallet, where it says wallet, your gem wallet, you hit that. And then for the OMI balance, you'll see a send receive for the OMI balance. And then when you send receive, you'll have your address, you'll have your thing that you can go and QR code that you can scan, and you can have that. So that's how you go and you receive OMI. I even have it in the link down below in the description box. If you wanted to tip me in layer 2 OMI instead of super chatting, you 100% can. Pasternak88 says, I have 1 million OMI and 600 ready to buy more. No idea if I should buy now after the pump, which is normal or bad idea, or do I wait? I think here is a pretty good accumulation zone. And I think that here is where we'll likely stay for a while. Now, could we have another big leg down after something major happens? Sure. But I think that we stay. I mean, if nothing crazy happens, we stay down here for a couple months. Then we do another 60% growth then. Maybe even 100% growth. Who knows? Vogue is debating on Hulk #1 secret rare or Tales of Suspense 39 rare. Ooh. Or just save more and get Fantastic ones. Oh, Fantastic Four 1 secret. Hulk is good. Tales of Suspense is good, but yeah, Fantastic Four #1 secret rare. That's like the 3rd best comic on the app. AF15, MC1, Fantastic Four #1 secret rare. I would do that, but that, just my opinion. Bill Gardner, thank you for the super chat, saying, picked up a #42, Mr. DNA, to match my missed minutes #42. Be the new 52 guy. You are the new 42 guy. You are. We love you for it. And again, thank you for the super chat. Amabot says Veve should work on listing a Japanese exchange. It's highly regulated and needs an intensive application process. However, a lot of IP here, OMI being listed will help. I think so also. I think that OMI should go and, or Veve should go and advertise the token. When you advertise the token, you could go on and you get more users on Veve because that's how a lot of people find it. Oh, we have Jordan Rees saying, yo, all, what up, Jordan? How's it going, fam? Scott Colantonio says, OMI MCP point. Yep, I got about 750. Yeah, I got about 750. I mean, I don't know what it's like if I have them off of here. But yeah, let's say I get 858 a day, or 848 a day, and 700 to make it 1598. Yeah, that's fine. That works out. Kumo says, I want a secret rare Tales of Suspense number 39 on the drop. It is steadily held above 900 since drop. That's amazing. Good stuff. Vidimon says, the Veve Analytics tool is freaking awesome. That VMate tool is toast. Oh, I said you got no nipples. Sleepin' Comics says, Randy. Hi, Sleepin'. I wear your hat all the time. SoCal Omi says, Basement Dweller. Sleepin' is laughing. SoCal says, great drop tomorrow. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I will be going live for the drop tomorrow as well. So I'm going to end it here in a bit because I do have to stream tomorrow before work. Bill Garner says, we're getting 10 cents for sure. I think so as well. Obviously, not next year, most likely. But in the grand scheme of things, I think 10 cents is pretty good to get here also. Eddie Almeida says, OMI is a 6x from a 6.18 retracement. OMI is a 6x from a 6. Could you repeat? My brain is derping. I'm not 100% sure what I mean. Sandbox says, isn't the month of September typically a bear market? Bitcoin tends to not do well in the month of September. Yeah, but I mean, only sometimes. Eddie Omeda says, I dumped all at 0.618. Do you mean 00618? And all in treasuries at 5% risk free, higher for longer, fools, dollar milkshake. I mean, if you dumped at 00618 and you didn't buy more OMI yet, you just put it in. Yeah, I mean, you saved a lot of capital, and you could buy OMI now, and you could make a ton. Eddie says the app is not an investment. Right, 10 minutes ago. Well, legally, no, it's not. You can't say that unless you want to become a security. Amabot says, are you still buying OMI? When will you start taking profits? I haven't bought an OMI in a little bit because I had a conversation with Jeremy Padower a few months ago. And, you know, he's not just a random person on the internet that has less money than me. That's like, yeah, you should diversify. And, you know, he's insanely talented. He's incredibly intelligent. And, you know, and someone like him kind of says something like, okay, I'll diversify a little bit. I got the number 41 logos. Cost about 10K. I got those, the number 43 Luke Skywalkers, all three of them, matching set, the lowest matching set that anyone has. And, you know, I played a little bit, I gambled. I got some 4chan, I got some Grumpy Cat, and I decided that, you know, I went on vacation twice. So I haven't bought OMI in a while. I'm living that life, you know, trying to live the best life that I can. I will start to again in a couple months if it's still, what's that called? If it's still down here, I don't expect it to. But let's say November rolls around and they haven't rolled out the OMI to bronze tickets and they haven't rolled out, you know, Veveverse still isn't really complete yet. Not everyone has beta. Then yeah, I could go and buy more OMI at that point. But small little trip next month, New York Comic Con in October, DCon in December, you know, I just gonna live life for a little while. But when will I start taking profits? I think at 1 to 3 cents, I'll take a little profit. I would say I would even take one at 0.009. Sell a little bit just because a penny might be hard, but we could blow through a penny, and they'll sell a little bit. So I would like to still have 150 million OMI when we're a couple cents, and then at 10 cents, I'd like to do a, I don't know, I'd sell like a 10%. So this way I get another 1.5 million. I keep the rest on there. That's what I would probably do. If we get higher than that, if we get up to like 12 to 15 cents, I'll sell a little more. So I have 130, maybe 110. We go to 20 cents, I'll go down to, I don't know, I'll go down like 105 million. If we go to 25 cents, like it depends. I'll sell on the way up. But if we get to 50 cents, or if we get to 30 cents, I'll sell most of my OMI. And then I'll rebuy. Now, the problem with that is that people could be stupid and people could be buying at like 50 cents. And it's like, okay, think that we go to $1. And maybe we do. Maybe we do go to, in 2025, let's say I sell when we're at 30 cents and we go to 60 cents. People call me stupid at that point. But I think it's good to take some profits on the way up. Eddie Almeida says, don't forget to bridge so you don't send your house to a burn wallet. Ooh, yeah. Good point, good point. Foge says, the Tinkerbell will be cool. But I think the verdict is most people expected. Yeah, they originally said Peter Pan. And I thought we were going to get Peter Pan. And we're not getting Peter Pan. And I'm a little salty. So I'm not going to lie. So I'll be real with you. Tinkerbell is one of Disney's best characters. It is something that people, especially women, thoroughly enjoy. But not this guy. And there are 3 poses of her. Like, there's 3 Tinkerbells. I just don't have the willpower and just to buy her. I mean, I'm just not a fan of her in general. Like, I love what she does, and I don't have anything against her. But with Tinkerbell, you have 3 different poses. I just don't know how well this is going to do immediately on the drop. Eddie Almeida says, Fibonacci retracement levels, 00618, meaning 60% of all-time high, is the most common place to bounce from bear market lows. Happens to every coin, every cycle. Eddie Almeida says, everything turns liquid within 10 minutes in crypto. Yeah, that's a good point. Everything do be turning liquid, though. Anyway, that seems like it'll be it for me. So everyone please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashie. Oh, bye-bye, Dashie, and bye to this poster. I love it. Thank you guys for the super chats. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, Randy. I'm so tired. I'm going down.